Not a goddamn thing.
Oh, let me
get when you're cute for yourself.
Gotta find my damn lighter and shit. I got the
Table said it's not letting him in either.
It's all Monty's fault.
My dear sweet brother Noopsy. I know you, Monty. I know you.
Wait, what happened? I was in and now I'm not. Oh no.
You on here?
You on?
I can't see
So
y'all. Why can't I see y'all?
We see you.
Let me see. I don't see you guys.
I love y'all so much. Y'all are so funny and amazing. So I am going to welcome all of my Facebook friends, all of my kittens and my caboodles, everyone to the Kocktail Social.
Oh, we're Handy here.
We are on the air.
Oh, we're Handy here.
I want to let y'all know that I've missed you so much. We are in, what is this, July? So summer is almost over with, right?
Yeah, that's
fall will be here soon. And I have to say that I'm excited because in the height of summer is my birthday. And that is next month. And so a cat is going to turn up.
The one that's hot as hell.
Yes. August is
for your birthday, boo?
What I want for my birthday?
Yeah.
I don't think I can say what I want for my birthday on the air.
Are you kidding me right now? We say whatever we want.
I don't know because they always come after me because of the things that I say. So I'm trying to keep it really, really PG-13.
Really?
No,
we gotta keep it PG-13.
That's a lie. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we might as well end this shit right now.
I was about to say.
That's a lie.
You might as well turn off the cameras. Turn off the cameras, y'all. Turn off the cameras.
Turn them off.
Turn them off.
I want debauchery and sin. I want nothing but debauchery and sin. I want men, and more men. And then I want on top of that, men.
All right, I can draw you some stick men.
No. Oh, well, wait a minute.
Well, depending on what size that stick is. You know what I'm saying?
Have you met Mr. DJ? Have you met him?
I'm just saying,
There's Johnny.
Mr. Gilmore, are we here?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Hey, what's the link to the show? Is beexposedradio.com?
Yes. beexposedradio.com. For anyone that is trying to log in, it's beexposedradio.com. On Facebook, you can see us at the Kocktail Social. Cocktail is spelled with a K. And it's nothing like having a little bit of cock and tail.
I thought you was going to say in your tail. I was going to say, I don't know.
I mean, if you've not been properly trained,
And that could be the conversation, but I don't believe that that's what I listed in as the topics of discussion for this evening. But I never have a problem talking about cocks or tails.
I'm sure, darling. I'm sure.
But honey, can I tell you, honey, you got painted, Miss Mizell?
Yes, she
did,
honey.
Ma'am.
You just got on a little bit of lip and a little bit of eye.
Got little shadows, little yips. She got her jewelries on.
Oh, this is my everyday shit.
Oh, that's that bullshit.
It is, I keep my stone on. I gotta keep my stone on, keep my protection up. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that
that's
up.
Right.
You're like, I woke up like this.
Mm-hmm.
So can I ask you something, Miss Mizell?
Yes.
Who you get all sexy and up for?
For my damn self, honey.
Yeah.
I was feeling some type of way. I said, well, shit. I mean, I gotta do something.
Mine as well.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Look with the cat then drug in.
Wait a minute, wait.
Look right there. Y'all need to look at y'all screen.
I'm looking at the screen.
Did you see what the captain drug in?
Hey, my favorite exhibitionist. Hey, Cable.
Oh, he on here. I don't even see him. What is that?
Pictures over arrow.
And first of first of all, if I can say something, you always put something in your mouth. That's the problem.
I mean, sometimes he might need a little stimulation.
First of all, I would like to say happy birthday, Mr. Corsi.
Is it his birthday?
It's his birthday today?
It was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Ready? Okay. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. I wish it was my birthday so I could party too. Hey!
Still dancing.
What happened? What happened with him? Oh,
he done passed out.
Oh, Lord. Ooh. Happy birthday!
Why is it so low?
What you mean so low?
Like y'all are like really low.
Oh, you ain't low on our end
at all.
Sure enough. Maybe it's your what you use. It might be your device.
Oh, baby, this is an iPhone 7 Plus. Don't do me. It's good.
I'm sorry. I apologize, but it might not. It's not an 11.
Oh, never mind.
It sounded like robots took over for a second. What the hell?
It was the volume thing on here. I didn't know you had to hit a button.
So it was your technology.
Well, no, it wasn't my technology. It was the Zoom app that I don't know how to work, and it's
your ignorance.
I mean, we can call it that, but it ain't my phone.
I mean, that's what it is. We call it different. Everyone else knew how to do it for you. That's called ignorance.
Thank you, Mr. Gilmore. I'ma just sip on my sip right there. Hold on.
Yeah, make America smart again.
Look, I ain't for it this Friday.
Shit, I got time. I ain't been at work. I got full energy.
I drink that shit.
I'm good.
And the funny thing is, wow. Well, Mr. Cable, you were supposed to be here last week, sir.
Well, unfortunately, things happening like that's not in our control.
God has control.
So you beat that rape charge, huh?
My God, absolutely. I'm racist.
He said, praise the Lord for that.
You notice I've been sipping the whole time, like. Just waiting for it, like, let's hear some more. Look, I ain't gotta say nothing because Mr. Gilmore taking over. Look, I'm gonna sit back and just listen this one out. They going back and forth with the banter.
I'm gonna sit back and sip on this.
No,
all of the things.
So, my socialites, what's been going on, Mr. We'll start with you, Mr. Cable. Because you weren't here last week. What's been going on? First of all, you were supposed to be at the helm of the ship last week. You ditched that one on purpose, Negro. You were supposed to take the lead. You ditched that one on purpose. I'm gonna call your ass out on national TV.
That is not what happened. You're not gonna put me out there on this TV.
Bullshit.
But
I'm gonna put you on TV on blast. You were supposed to have. I'm listening.
Listen, I'm not about to entertain that no longer. Listen. So what's been going on with me honestly is I left my show. I have not broadcasted that yet. I left Soap Fam.
Why?
Well, issues with people in control, and I'm not getting into all that. I told Bleu I was going to be shady, but I'm not going to get into all that. It was personal and professional issues. Majority for me, the professional side that was going on, which the personal was allowing to happen because he thought that we were friends. It was going to be, oh baby, this is a business. and to be honest, like I made the show. So, saying that, you know, I'm good. You know, I have other projects I'm working on that's going to flourish and going much better than original projects. But, you know, it is what it is. Not being shady, but, you know, when people do wrong and then they try to play victim, and, you know, I don't care. Like I said, my piece, I moved on. You know, sad because the friendship had to end because it was a true, genuine friendship, which they tried to say wasn't. Try to make themselves feel good, but it was a true, genuine friendship, and that's destroyed now because of that. And you know, and he did it to himself. I did nothing to him. He was hiding things. He was doing things unprofessionally, and I had to get ghosted. Other than that, I'm living life. I'm just turned 39. Hey. And so, you know, I'm feeling great, man, about life. God is good. I'm still,
he is.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just celebrating the fact that I'm able to celebrate a birthday and to see another
here.
That's where I'm at, right?
Come on here, gratitude.
And I drink to that.
I will drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa, I felt that. Well, what I will say is it's unfortunate that you had to break away from your show.
It is. Because you know I love that show.
But
I
always look at things as I look at people as either being leaves, branches, or roots. And as you know, leaf people, they come and they go. Branch people, situations may separate you.
Well, that might sound like somebody got like gremlins in the background or some shit.
That's Jonathan. Jonathan was talking. What's going on, John? You good?
Yeah, getting my dick sucked.
What is that?
Badge. What's going on?
What?
Is he gone?
Well, now it stopped and shit. It was like.
No, I'm here. I said I was getting my dick sucked. Go ahead.
Oh, it was a dick mongol over there. Oh, okay. That explains everything.
Oh, child.
That was a dick mongol, though.
That was a dick mongol over there. It all makes sense now.
You got to. Where are the sound effects when you need them?
First of all, that's not.
That's not like Cookie Monster.
So we're going to focus in on you, Miss Mizell. What's been going on with you, love?
Well, still gardening. Got some cucumbers coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yes,
Lord.
Some
jalapenos. You know, I made some stuffed jalapeno peppers the other day. They was quite delicious.
You said you got cucumbers coming in.
Yeah, yes. I'm growing cucumbers.
Oh, girl, you about to get some classes?
Well, I don't know about the classes, but you know, it is just my size. You know.
Cucumbers?
Yes, cucumbers.
Cucumbers, jalapeno peppers. I got my Brussels sprouts coming in. Mm-hmm. Red cabbage doing well.
Mm-hmm.
I would like some of those seeds, please. Thanks.
Which one? The who?
The Brussels and the red cabbage.
Wait a minute. You did you say Brussels sprouts?
Yeah.
Are they for sale?
Hell no! Shit, hell no! Hell no!
But when you cook,
this is my first batch. I got like 3 plants, but it's this is my first time growing them, so I'm kind of like really don't know exactly what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But
learning as
so
you grow.
far is they tend to be growing, but they're more so cool weather crops. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of hot. So I think that like when the fall kind of hits, they'll kind of be really popping.
Okay. I'm
doing my gardening thing. I really want to get back into my painting, but I kind of got to get back into the rhythm of things, you know, with my regular everyday routine because, you know, we were doing shows and different stuff. So it's like, you know, I'm just getting back into my normal daily routine.
Okay.
What's up?
So what I will say, Miss Mizell and Miss K, that since y'all have been gardening, as y'all see my new little serenity space, I started to really focus in on gardening. So my
Yes.
serenity space is coming along. I put some lights in the yard, so there is some what is it, motion sensing light, motion detecting lights out there. My fire pit is My fire pit is on point. And the plants that were so small just a week ago, well, several weeks ago, are as tall as, I think they're like up to my hips now.
Wait a minute, are you planning?
Out that.
Wait a minute, are you planning all this out there? In your yard?
It's already done.
In the yard?
Yes. My yard is a serenity space. It's small for the inner city. First of all, for my neighborhood, it's a completely, exactly. So that's what you missed when you were supposed to come over and you was talking about our social distancing. That's what you missed, me breaking in my serenity garden.
That's not what I said. I told you what I had to do. Don't be trying to do me on this camera.
So what I will say is this, is that you was talking about, let me tell you, Miss K, I called Cable up and I was like inviting him on some, let me tell you two mofos that, first of all, our station manager, elitist, I invited, I don't invite people independently. I will put a group text in and say, everybody.
Yeah, you do.
And
that's
so
true.
if you on a text, what does that mean?
Baby,
that means you're invited, goddammit.
That's what I was saying. So so I get a call from, I'm talking to Mr. Station Manager, and he like, yeah. I'm like, what happened to you? He was like, I wasn't invited. And I'm like, hey. I was like, yeah, you were, because I put the invitation in the group chat. And he like, if I don't get a direct invite, then I'm not invited. Let me tell you two elitists some. Let me tell you motherfuckers something. If I put you in a group, you invited, nigga. That's all I'm saying. I said this. If you ain't got room here, you ain't got. Don't be exasperated. Don't be exasperated. That's the fact and this is what I have to deal with, this guy.
Lordy.
So I invited them and to my serenity garden, and it was cool. Now, because it's the inner city, our mosquitoes and they represent
Scream out, baby.
They gang members. They don't just bite, they shank you. They attack,
not shank. Come on, guys.
They rob you.
Do better.
They extort you. Some of the mosquitoes in my neighborhood has been known to rape and plunder. So
no, I'm not here for that.
So if you come to my serenity garden, you need to be covered in off and
the blood
and the blood of
covered in the blood.
On second thought, you don't want to have no blood, because you don't want no blood covering you. You just want protection.
The blood is protection. Come see the whole.
Hey, my God! That's
EGELLOC.
Wait, what?
I spelled college backwards. EGELLOC.
What you say?
Red, yellow bow tie.
You need a bow tie.
Yeah, all that.
So, Mr. Gilmore, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you sharing?
Sharing what?
How life been? What's going on?
No, I'm hustling,
You just had a concert or something?
Yes, we did.
I talked about that last week when we did it. You missed it.
Oh, wait. Now look, y'all. Now, I already said it.
We got the next one coming up on August 13th. But
okay.
Other than that, no, I'm hustling. I'm good.
My God.
Is Miss Myself bad?
No.
What about you, Miss K? What's been going on with you?
Everything.
Yes, tell us
Everything.
your good
Spill the
news.
beans.
I'm
Tell
sorry,
us
y'all.
your good
The
news.
aliens got me.
All right,
Spill the
so
truth.
I know I look distracted because I keep looking down, but that's because my business is booming. What business you say?
Hey.
I'm a pure romance consultant, and right now I'm actually processing. Somebody is inquiring about my business. What does it mean for me to be a pure romance consultant? That means I'm keeping side chicks busy and at bay at the same damn time. You understand what I'm saying? If you single and ready to mingle, if you are over 40 shorty, if you in a marriage and you trying to keep sparks in the bedroom, I got you all the way around. I got you from relaxation
Yes,
to
ma'am.
vibrations. I got you. So if you're interested, you can go take a look at my catalog at flipbook.pureromance.com, or you can go directly to my website at www.pureromance.com/Karen Gilmore. On top of that, I'm in the process of buying a home. My settlement is on the 17th. Big ups to
Congratulations.
Land Home Financial. And yes, big ups
And
to
guess
Land
what?
Home
She's gonna be my neighbor.
And I'm
Hey,
super
neighbor.
duper excited. Hi,
Baby,
neighbor.
moving to the hood.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Hold on. Say that again, Cable.
Don't do that. He said I'm moving to the hood. Don't do that.
Are you moving
Don't
to
do that.
the hood?
Hello.
I'm not moving to no hood. No. Moving to a fabulous property.
Don't talk about outside of town like that.
Don't do that.
Oh,
You wrong for
I
that,
was
sir.
over here congratulating and everything, girl. I want you alive, girl. Don't move there.
I'm gonna be alive, Pooh. I'm gonna be alive. I
Girl,
promise.
you to make it. Look, you done
Yes.
fought her. That's all the fighting you need.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
nobody bless him.
So I can't wait to have the
No, I'm
Cocktail
sorry.
Social
Don't
crew.
Nobody
No,
bless
I can't wait to have you guys over at my house for my first little get together.
I can't wait.
And Mazella's gonna build my backyard situation because she's amazing.
Come on.
And my home is gonna be blessed because my beautiful nephew, this guy that you see with the black and white with the bald head and the awesome beard, who can sing his face off and
Are we
cook
talking
my mama
about John?
down.
And where he at? Because I don't even see. All I see is no black and white profile pictures.
He probably working. That's probably why you don't see him. But he came to visit me yesterday, and y'all know how I'm curious about crystals and all like that.
Yeah.
Y'all, why he brought me a whole set over the house? I got 14 stones. I got all the chakra stones and the colorful gemstones. Like, I'm prepared to ward off and invite everything that I want in my life.
Yeah.
Hey, get it, dude.
Yeah, so that is what is going on with me. I'm super duper excited.
I absolutely love it.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you my inspiration, because I had some apprehensions about purchasing a home. And now I'm actually looking into purchasing my own space. Because first of all, I don't like bugs.
Right.
I don't like rodents. It's a lot of things that I don't like. I need my peace. I definitely need my peace before I Hulk smash a motherfucker. So
not Hulk smash.
Yeah, because sometimes I be wanting to Hulk smash. I wanted to Hulk smash people. So yeah. And after you told me that you were purchasing your home, I was like, okay. So I started to look. I want to say, what's the name? Is it Zillow or?
Yeah,
it's Zillow.
I started to look there for houses, and the Leo in me is really cheap at certain things. I'm cheap when it comes to me. I'm not cheap when it comes to my friends, but I'm cheap when it comes to me. So I was looking at the house, and I was like, maybe I don't want to do 200 or something. Like, I'm gonna scale it all the way down. I scaled it down to like $90,000, $90,000 to $100,000. Let me tell you what shacks they showed me. Now it was a house. It was a house that was really nice. One of them was really nice, but then I had to think about the neighborhood. I was like, yeah.
The fuck you want to do?
Oh.
What he said?
Oh, nigga, we could do this thing. Get the fuck out of here. Pussy ass.
What the hell?
Woo, 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 woo. Something happened. Don't hurt him, Jordy. It's not worth it. Your freedom is essential.
Do it.
Don't do it. Freedom is essential.
Oh Lord.
You can't help
Whatever.
people from it.
Look, and then look the reporter in me. It's like, turn the camera on. We want to see.
Right.
we
can't hear nothing, can't see nothing like shit. Dang.
Well, let's get on with the show.
Yes.
Mr. Cable. Because Cable is over there doing, I wish we could buzz people. First of all, a part of me wants to electric shock him because
Poke.
you.
Coke.
Oh, he tried it. Really tried it.
Coke.
He got this big fish tank on. Yeah, we talking about you. I know you hear us. We was talking about you. We was talking about you the whole time, sir.
He talking
He must be on mute.
Yeah, somebody got his attention. Who that on? Put him in the camera.
Isn't a motherfucker under the table?
He's a motherfucker under the table. He's looking up.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
You sure? Because you don't look like you can hear us. You got that glazed look over your face.
You know he got a tendency to do that shit from time to time.
Oh yeah, he had that glazed look over his face. I thought something had happened to him.
He was like, "Look at the wonderful butterflies."
Yeah, you had the butterfly look, sir.
Look. Man, look like he waiting on the bus and shit. What you waiting on, nigga?
I don't think he can hear us.
I don't think so either. I said, "Hello, sir."
Huh?
Can you hear us? You can. Hold the finger up if you can hear us. Oh.
Are you being held hostage, sir?
I was about to say, blink
Is
once
everything
if you're
okay? There's a motherfucker under that table. I don't care what y'all say.
So let's start with did y'all get the questions for today?
I did.
What did you think of the questions?
They were cool.
Good.
So since you weren't here, Mr. Cable, I am going to put you on the spot because you had a lot of subject matters that we wanted to discuss, and we weren't able to discuss them in full detail because you weren't here to lead it. So I deliberately saved something for this show. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend, because I know that there were some subject matters that you wanted to talk about. So I'm giving you the platform. Yeah, gag. So I'm giving you the platform so that you can share some of those topics and subject matters that we were discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, baby, I'm cool.
Okay.
All right.
I don't remember the questions.
And he got
I'm back, y'all.
Lord. Oh, man.
Not just before we get into the question, let me tell y'all how niggas be wilding on the fucking road for real. So this car just jumped from a hole. I'm in the far left lane. He all the way over the right lane, shoot over, jump in front of me, and damn near run me off the road. And then he got nerve to turn around and then start trying to cuss me out.
Oh yeah, that's what they do now.
Well, nigga, we do this. So then I start getting wild. So then he pull out. So he ready to get out the car. So I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. We can do this. So I grab my bat and I'm like, let's fucking go.
Oh, God.
And when I grabbed the bat, his fucking whore tried to get out the car. She come run over to me. No. He got anger problems. I said, fuck that shit. I'm about to help his ass.
He just said, me too, bitch. Me too.
This motherfucker stand about waist high to my ass. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh no, he was knee high to a grasshopper.
Talking bullshit like, oh, I got a gun. I said, bitch, if you had one, you've been pulled the motherfucker out. Stop playing with me.
Woosah.
Okay.
I got
You
kids.
shake, let it go.
So then then this chick, she pull up on the side, she watching the whole thing, and she trying to make.
Oh, we lost
Road rage. First of all, two things that don't
She
combine.
pull up, she like, I got you. So that was her. She just rolled by me. She like, you good? Calm down. Let's chill. She jumped in that shit. If she wasn't there, I was gonna bet the out his ass.
No, you would not have, because you're a gentle giant.
Right, we gotta be free. We gotta stay free.
So what I will say that two things that don't work, don't mix: heat and road rage.
And I ain't ate today. You got to feed
Oh, and then you hangry? No. Please
He's a hangry Gilmore. That's a bad combination.
Proceed to the nearest food establishment at once.
Yo, a hangry Gilmore is not a beast to be reckoned with.
Hangry Gilmores.
I'm trying to told you some good shit.
I got the Popeyes in the car. It's smelling all good.
Oh no, you need to look. I'm trying to tell you from one foodie to the next. Take a wing, a fry, a piece of biscuit, anything. Put it in your mouth right now. It'll save your life.
I just thought about it. You know how it's funny how things come full circle in life. And I just realized that y'all last name is Gilmore, and I was raised on Gilmore Street. Hey.
Alrighty then. Okay.
And I'm gonna let you know something.
That was like a Lexington market conversation. Like he just nodded out and said, "You know what?"
So
the motherfucker said, "You know what? I like cherries. I like cherries." You be like, "What?"
So the sad thing about it is when he said it, right?
Let me see your chest. You got baby powder on your chest.
He has baby powder on his chest.
Yeah.
No baby powder on my shirt.
That baby chest.
He probably got baby powder
Right.
oil.
He's smelling like magic.
He got baby oil on his
baby
chest.
magic right now.
I don't do anything that says baby.
That thing got baby oil on his chest.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Shiny as a
K-Bo,
bitch.
Yeah.
you've had babies on your chest before. Don't act like that.
I like that new cat level up.
I don't call it that. That's
As have we all.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that moment when you made that statement, I started looking at you and I was judging you just a small bit.
Why you judging?
I was because that was a Lexington Market segue into that was definitely a Lexington Market conversation.
Yeah.
Look, we're supposed to get to questions, baby.
It was random as a motherfucker. It was random.
Oh, don't try to rush me on the questions after you done been off in space. But look at you struggling with that straw.
You can hear the fucking cup spinning.
I gotta give it up. I gotta give a shout out to my weed boy. Baby never disappoints. You hear me?
Lord. Speaking of what, that is a wonderful segue into the first cocktail question.
Oh, go ahead.
The first cocktail question is what are some things that are okay to do occasionally, but definitely not okay to do every day? What are some things? Huh?
Girl, for yourself. No, I agree.
Ain't no sex.
No, I agree. I agree.
You can't do that shit all the time. You fuck around, man. Hell no. You fuck around and sneeze and fuck up your whole goddamn day. No, fuck no. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
So in Facebook world, the question is, what are some things that are okay to do occasionally, but definitely not okay to do every day? That is the question. What are some things that you can do occasionally, but not every day?
Oral sex.
Yeah.
That's too much on your throat, baby. That's gonna leave scars, marks, blemishes. Girl, you be like, what's that?
You had that Dizzy Gillespie syndrome and shit, but that shit just won't never go down your cheeks. Every time you turn around, your cheeks just blown out for nothing.
What a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world.
You can't do oral sex every day. Your throat's gonna need a break. You're gonna have stretch marks.
First of all, that your taste buds gonna be numb. You ain't gonna be able to taste shit. You keep rubbing that shit back and forth, across and shit. They back and forth. Fuck no.
Come on.
First of all, I object. I object. What kind of rough dick you sucking on that's gonna be scraping up
This
your
shit feel like cat tongue. This shit feel like cat tongue.
Baby, let me explain, baby. What? Listen, you gotta bring it down this throat, because I like. Let me know it. Spitting on.
Did somebody say that oral sex was something that you should not do every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't do it every day. Though.
He said that was his answer.
No, you don't do that every day. Now eating pussy, I do that. I eat ass and pussy every day. That's nothing, baby. That's nothing. But something going down your throat.
Hold on.
Are you? Do you need any volunteers?
Hold on. I'm a drink to that one. Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta pour me one. I gotta pour me another one for this one because I'm around.
But I disagree with the sucking dick every day. I disagree.
You do?
I disagree. I think sucking dick is something you should do every day. I think it's good for you.
You can if you want.
It's not good for the throat.
First of all, I mean, look, I don't mean no harm, but dudes is getting older. We getting older, and niggas, dudes ain't gonna be able to take it every day. If you're doing that shit right, first of all, his feet should look like this with his toes rolled backwards on top of his foot when you finish. It should if it don't have that eagle claw shit going on where they roll back on that shit, then you can't do that every day.
And another thing too,
his hair to blow off.
So when your toes, when their toes curl back like this, like that, yeah, you may need to prepare yourself for a kick, because that's also to get the fuck off me.
Right, you can get to.
So I don't know if that's necessary.
You gotta know how to judge that shit, because you know what I'm saying. You get fucked up if you judge it wrong. You might get hit in the top of your head with a, with a hammer fist. You know, they just come down on your ass like
hammer fist. Jesus, stop.
Let's talk about Shaq feet. No, we don't want that.
Well, no, any toes.
If you have a motherfucker hit you in your head, the fight that's gonna bust out after that, you hit a motherfucker in the head like this.
So we don't want that.
Or it's gonna be some furniture moving in that motherfucker, guaranteed.
If you hit somebody with a hammer fist, and look, they try to please you. First of all, they down there, so you might get bit. So you gotta be careful, very careful. So the question, Miss K, is what are some things that you can do occasionally, but definitely not okay to do every day? And I'm going to say drink or any type of
definitely drinking. I can't do drinking.
I'm gonna say.
I disagree.
Drink every day.
I disagree.
Mm-mm.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a word. Ladies and gentlemen, a word from Lexington Market. Lexington.
You gotta play Lexington Market music.
Okay. I got you, Von Dorman. I got you.
I can be Mondawman. I'll be Mondawman as long as I'm not security.
Stop.
But
as long as I'm not security or West Side Shopping Center, I'm good.
Oh, you can't compare security to West Side Shopping Center.
I'm under reconstruction. Okay.
He said, shit, I'm historic, motherfucker. I'm historic, goddammit. I'll always be here.
You could be Ricestown Road Plaza, though.
Oh. That's just it. So that's just it.
You over there look like Point.
No.
They turned down looking like Glen Burnie.
Oh no.
Ain't no stores there, baby. Empty.
So
you ain't shit.
Tell us Lexington Market.
You ain't shit.
I love you, Karen. I had to include you. Oh, no goodies? No.
She taking care of business. You heard it the first time.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Say it again. I'm sorry. What happened?
Nope, nothing at all, baby. I said I love you and I miss you.
I love you. I miss you too. Listen, I gotta tell you, you are my faith. You are my spirit animal. God damn it! That picture with the happy face in your crotch and you was all greased up and you was in the chair like.
Oh yeah,
like
that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. I give you that. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good
baby.
one.
That was a good one. Back in real life, I'm trying to.
I'm gonna say something. Shit. So, Cable, for us that likes other things, I'm gonna ask you to do more back shots just for us that can appreciate that area. When you are in, and I'm also gonna hold on. I'm also going to ask that you you lean away from the latex and get into a little bit stringier stuff. I mean, less is more.
I can make you something now. I can make you something now. I can make you some shit. I can make you some shit. You'll be on that motherfucker looking like a man. I can make you some shit. You'll bust out that motherfucker like woo.
So, and I have a weakness for chocolate. So,
yeah,
if you want to use chocolate on them cakes, that'd be good too.
You know what, guys? I just want to take this moment to just say that it took me a long time to get to the point to even do the stuff that I do now, because growing up, I had people tell me that I was unattractive, that I was black, I was ugly. Seriously, I had this growing up in my preteens on up, and it really damaged me because it made me go home and really look in the mirror, and I felt like I was unattractive, but it was always this side of me that always stayed there because I always loved to take pictures, and I always did it. I always hid it. I never exposed it to no one, never put it out there, never posted. It was for me because for some reason, it was some part of me that saw my own beauty, but it was so covered with all that negativity that I was weak and wasn't able to see through that. So to be able to do what I'm doing now, that makes me feel great, because it was a time where I would not ever think about doing.
I'm gonna let you know, honey, you was doing the damn thing. I was like, shit. Motherfucker, look. I was like, oh my God, look at Cable.
Right, I was like, ow, get it, daddy, ow.
Oh my God. I want to know what's underneath that smiley thing. What's under that smiley thing?
If my father wasn't living, that would be me too. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, my father living too, but I know he ain't watching this show.
That thing crazy.
Shit, no disrespect, but shit. Look, we done had children. If they don't know by now, these children ain't just get here on they fucking own without no motherfucking, fucking going on. Well, I mean, some situations, yeah, but come on now.
So we said oral sex, we said anal sex, and we said drugs. Anything that you can do occasionally, but you can't do it every day. I'm gonna say another one. For those that are lactose intolerant, ice cream and milk. You just can't do that shit every day.
Hell no. Motherfucker, that bitch, you got that bitch with the tracks. Remember old people say you getting up with the tracks.
I got something you can't do every day. Fucking leg day. You can't do squats every goddamn day. Your ass won't be able to walk.
No.
Yes.
And you can't eat motherfucking Captain Crunch every goddamn day. The roof of your mouth will be gone.
Listen, that and
gone.
What is it? Lazy potato
you
chips?
have no choice.
What?
If you have no choice.
I mean, if you ain't got no choice, but I'm just saying on purpose. You ain't gonna eat that shit on purpose every day. Or the roof of your mouth is gonna be raggedy as shit.
Hey, Adrian, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Hey, Pippin.
Good.
So those are the things. So we said we can't do leg day, oral sex, anal sex, drugs, and eat Captain Crunch or oodles and noodles.
I'm sorry, oral and anal is some bullshit. You do that every day.
But is it healthy for you?
So is it recommended?
Is it recommended? Now you could do it, but all I'm saying is it's gonna be some consequences and repercussions for that.
Yes.
Cause you're gonna find yourself in the store and go to sneeze, and you're gonna find out you just snitted.
or you farting them motherfucker whistles.
Right, like a fucking boat leaving the dock and shit. No.
What I will say is
Hell no.
that I don't believe that if you had this is my belief, if you had anal sex every day, first of all, that thing gonna be raggedy. It's gonna look like
That
a
bitch
bear.
look, you know what it's gonna look like? Trump mouth.
Meat curtains.
Trump mouth.
Meat curtains. When
Stretch marks around your asshole.
you know when you know how
You say
curtains
stretch
look.
mark?
Stretch marks around your asshole.
Oh God, no.
Stretch marks around your hole.
Oh God. Oh
Got
God.
a lot of stretch marks around your hole.
got a lot of stretch marks. Got a lot of
Oh, you got stretch marks down there. He was beat up WWF style, baby. Okay?
No.
So when I first
Hell no.
here's a
No.
see here's another
Hell
story.
no.
Here's another story from the blue side of the moon.
Come on,
So
Bleu.
I met this dude way back. Actually, when I was in high school, we became good friends, and I met him, and he would always tell me I would live vicariously through him because he was having more sex than I was, but he was actually having gay sex. But every time he would have sex, he would find these guys that would make him go to the hospital, and he would go to the hospital.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Hey,
God damn it, no.
Hey.
No. I don't
Hey,
want none
Bleu.
of that. That's
Yeah.
like being a fucking junkie
Hey,
and a
Bleu.
motherfucker overdose and you ask for the same shit.
Hey,
Like,
Bleu.
oh shit, oh he
Yes.
overdosed and he died?
Bleu.
Oh, y'all got
Hey,
to
Bleu.
have some of that. Hell
I
no.
have-
I don't want none of that shit.
That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit. That's definitely that bullshit.
I really
It wasn't because he was burning. It was
Just-
because it was because they were rough and they was tearing his asshole. Yeah.
baby.
No, thank you.
Only way that
First of all, when your ass hurt, you can't concentrate on shit else but your ass hurting.
You literally can't concentrate on
It's
shit.
like it's like having your feet hurting.
You heard me, Mizell.
What?
You can't. You literally can't concentrate on shit.
Exactly.
y'all
Moving
so
on.
Look, you and that bitch trying not to eat enough salad so you don't have to fucking go. Like, no, it's too much.
Next
listen,
question.
another
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
do not smoke hookah every day.
No,
that is-
definitely not. You should
That's
have
a
smoke it one
occasional
day.
thing.
Like you were purposely inhaling carbon monoxide.
I need people to know that. Do not smoke hookah every day. It's not good. It's not good. No.
No.
Yeah, that will fall under the drugs. That's
Yeah.
like you telling somebody not to do crack every day.
Right.
And that's true. It is
Right.
falling under drugs. That's very true. And do not play spades every day. Baby,
No,
it makes
somebody
you
gonna die.
angry.
Somebody gonna die.
It makes you
Somebody
angry.
gonna die.
That's somebody gonna die, y'all.
Don't play spades every day.
Somebody gonna die.
And
They might not die for real, but somebody gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
somebody
Like,
gonna die.
you play spades every day, somebody gonna die.
You need a break for
Yeah, you can't do that shit. You got to, first of all, you got to be there mentally. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't gonna do it.
None of that. Okay, so
can I
I'm gonna say
admit,
this.
can I admit that I just found out like yesterday that spades was a black made game, like black people made us spades.
That's probably why it's called fucking.
I mean, well, shit, that ain't hard to
I
believe.
didn't know that.
A whole bunch of shit.
I didn't know that because they made a comment like, "Oh, white people want to be black because they play spades," and I was like, "It's a game, so how do we racially put it?" He was like, "Black people created spades," and I was like, and he like researched and showed.
I need research. I need some
Yeah.
more information on that. So,
Well,
Miss K.
yep, I'm on it.
Okay, so I would like for you to delve into that to see origins of the game of spades.
Come on.
What I will say is I will include this. No, I would say no gambling games every day. Craps, shooting dice, tonk, dominoes.
No, you can play tonk without betting.
Oh, but most people who are real tonk players, they want to bet. And let me tell you another game.
You can bet pennies.
Horseshoes that get you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hit you with one of them shoes.
Yeah, you hit because you get hit on the shin with one of them. That shit definitely gonna make you want to fight.
If you from the country and you play horseshoes, you from the country and they got a pot going on the game, you might get hit with one of them shoes. So you wanna go and don't play any gambling games every day. Another thing with gambling games is that if you got a woman at home and she's the bills and you gambling all your funds, you may come up short.
That ain't gonna work.
All right, here we go, guys. So spades is thought to have originated in the Midwestern United States, perhaps Cincinnati, Ohio, in the late 1930s. It was said to have been invented by college students who enjoyed both bid whist, and bridge. They were looking for a fast-paced game that was competitive and strategic, but it is not known, whether or not Black folks originated it or not.
Well, let's look at what's not being said. Let's look at what's not being said. If it was somebody European, do you think they would have announced it?
That's true.
I'm just playing. That was it.
I mean, it is said that as the game evolved.
If it was somebody European, do you think it would have been announced?
Hold up, peep game. As the game evolved, so did the name. Thus, the birth of bid whist, spades, and bridge. As the years evolved, bid whist became a favorite among Pullman porters on the railroad cars. The men were model citizens. Oh, well, yeah, no, basically. Sorry, there's nothing that says that Black folks did that.
So sometimes you got to look at what's not said.
All right then.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think if it was invented by white people, feel like they did everything anyway. So I don't feel like they would try to say that they did it. I mean,
but then
they got to already see themselves doing everything, so they're not going to
have that praise to say that they did do it.
I mean, and then if you think about it, if it was originally called bid whist,
you just gonna slide that brownie across the screen like that? You
not sure the fuck up, and as good as a bitch too.
You got brownie. It looked like it was good because I could tell how you slid in your mouth that bitch was good because you tried to sneak when you did it. You tried to sneak. You know we like food over here. You tried to slide. You were trying to slide that brownie past there like we ain't see it and whatnot. We see that brownie and I saw the little nuts on top of it. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. You should have shared that motherfucking brownie.
What you need to look up is, they used to call Black people spades. I wonder if that's where the fucking name came from.
Yeah, could be.
So that's something that Miss K, you can look into. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to move on to the next question.
Okay.
Which is one that made me think. In 40 years, what would people be nostalgic for?
In 40 years?
In 40 years. So think of your age right now and think 40 years from now. What will you be? I probably would be nostalgic for this moment.
Going outside without a goddamn
going
mask
outside,
on.
right? I was about to say that. Going outside with no restrictions, like you can just wander and be free, and ain't got to worry about massing up, and you got to stay away from this person because they might breathe on you wrong. And I mean,
I must say live instrumentation.
Yes. Oh, yes. Most definitely that. Because we could see from the music that was back in, say, the 30s and 50s and stuff like that, they had actual live bands in the studio doing their backgrounds. And it's like, so now, you don't have to do all of that. You can, do everything on a computer, but then it loses its essence and its sound versus when it's live. When it's live, it's just a different feel. It's a different, like the imperfections, like we could sit there and look at the imperfections like, oh, damn, I messed up right there. But those imperfections is what makes it good. And I think we'll lose a lot of that as we get older, it'll fade out a little bit, but then you'll still have little pockets of people like how we are. All of us are always around live instruments. Where some people don't experience that, but it still will be those pocket of people that still know what it really is and where the essence came from.
I agree. I think that the good thing about live music, and why I would be nostalgic for it, is the fact that the improvisation, the fact that you can be creative on the spot, and you don't have to stay committed to a set style. Like it can evolve right in front of you, and where it goes at, if it has a direction, it can be really beautiful. Now, and I've seen some evolutions on spot that then turned into some clusterfuck. But that's the beauty of live instrumentation and music, is that it doesn't have to be perfect for it to be good, what I mean? Or memorable. I'll say that. It doesn't have to be, what I'm saying? It'll always be on your mind, whether it's good or bad. You'll always remember it. So I will definitely think that live instrumentation, not saying that it won't, in 40 years that we won't have live instrumentation, but music would have evolved so much, because the stuff that we listen to would probably be considered like old, and how we look at jazz or classical music or Baroque music and things of that nature. We look at that and we're like, oh man, that's stuff.
I don't know that the sound.
But I actually like those music. I like classical music and jazz and all of that. I still listen to it.
I don't know that the sound effects music is gonna make it like skirt, ice, woo, skirt. I don't think that's gonna make it.
I don't either.
No, but the people who know how to play instruments, because you still got people that's why it's so important to still keep the music programs alive in schools and stuff like that, because it's like those kids, you never know out of those kids who will really pick it up and say, you know what, that's what I want to do.
Right.
And I think because a lot of kids aren't, like, it's getting to the point where they, they're not having music programs like they used to. And so some of those kids that will probably will only experience music like that is in school. Now they're not getting it.
Right.
And also I was thinking, for me now, what I think about is when I was going to school, the things that we were able to do in school, because they incorporated so many different types of programs. So, you didn't just, in science, you weren't just studying from a book. You would go out into nature, you would dissect animals, you would do experiments outside. You would, you were engaged.
It was hands-on, you was engaged.
It was a lot of hands-on. Another thing too is like with instrumentation, it challenged for those individuals, it was an outlet for the creative individuals. Those people that are prone to instrumentation tend to be a lot more creative, but there is a balance there, because there is a logic. Like music theory is some intense shit to grasp. It's some intense. And there's math to it. There is a lot of things to music that incorporate all those major components that we talk about. There's history, there's science. It has everything. And so I think by removing that, they removed one of those, by removing the arts from school, they removed the tool that they could teach everything. They could use music to teach a lot of things, and they removed that. That's along with art. And what was it? What else? We had art, we had music, theater.
Home economics.
Home ec. So, and I think that the way that they're moving, I think that schools will no longer be in buildings. Like, I think that they're going to make it where those schools could be taught from, like, a person could teach that from their living room and don't have to, because just think of it.
That's pretty much what they're leaning towards. I mean, like, with the pandemic going on, like, they really don't know if these kids are going to go back to school. Now, my only issue with the whole situation with not going back to school, kids miss out on that social experience of being in school and being able to, conflict resolution and stuff like that, just from being around their peers. So if you constantly at home and you not, we closed in and everybody scared to be around each other and all of that, you kind of, I think that everybody needs some type of human affection and attention. So it's like I think they need that connection.
I would hope that parents of young children are letting their kids go outside and play with other young children. That is my hope.
No.
A lot of this pandemic shit going on, because you don't know, you go outside and start playing with other kids. You don't know who they have in their house. You don't know if they're practicing social distancing. So it's like you really have to be limited on, or selective on where your kids go.
It depends. I say it depends on the area, like where you grow up, where you live at.
True.
I think in a city, a lot of children are engaged and are still doing a lot of things that they normally would do. I think that depending on where they are, I don't know about in the suburbs if they're, interacting with everyone else like they normally would do. But I know in the inner city, these children around here, they playing. They ripping and running and riding bikes and breaking out windows like they normally would. I will say that it would make sense, the way that it's looking, that if they were to do the social distancing, that it would change how education, like the educational system, because it would move from them being in a building to them putting the responsibility on the parents,
right,
as opposed to the teacher. So the teacher would be able to, actually teach, but they would be teaching something similar to how we are having this conversation.
Exactly,
now.
And that's how they do it. That's really how they do it.
And I think that also will change the free education. I think some of it will, in terms of getting the technology so that they can do this type of learning with computers.
Well, some of the school systems do supply computers for the student.
Yeah.
Now, and then they also have programs where you can get, Wi-Fi in your home at a discounted rate, for students to be able to use. So they're supplying some of the tools, but I'm just saying, like, the social experience of school. Like, look at what you learned in school that wasn't necessarily part of the curriculum, but just from being around your peers and being around your friends, the things that you learned. And so I feel like they'll lose a little bit of that by being home all the time.
Yeah, I saw a young lady on, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram or what, that was offering classes on homeschooling. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like this is my own thought process, is that I feel like for our kids, and when I say our kids, I mean African American kids, kids of color and ethnicity, I feel like we should already have our own schools to teach our children our culture. Just like there is Hebrew school, there should be schools.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Our 100%. Children, our history. You know what I mean? And because I feel like a lot of kids, especially, I'm not going to say especially our kids, but I feel like a lot of kids don't learn based on that whole thing of standing in front of the class and lecturing forever and ever. I feel like a lot of our kids can learn better hands-on, like practical application stuff.
I agree with that.
That's how I feel.
Well,
and I just think
we learn through symbols and signs. So it's like, symbols and signs, and then hands-on and all of that. So it's like I feel like with the school system now, I think that because the education is just it's general education. But I feel like all kids, like you said, don't learn the same way, but they trying to teach it where all kids, they teaching all the kids the same way. But if you have a kid over here that learns better with hands-on, and then you have a kid over here that learns better from just simply sitting there and reading it, why not have separate classes for, you know, the ones that are more hands-on and more physical, and the ones that are more, you know, just reading it and getting it.
I think that well, first of all, before I continue, gentlemen, your takes. What is your the question was, in 40 years, what would people be nostalgic for? In 40 years, what would people be nostalgic for?
I don't know. I'll answer two questions at once. One, I mean, the education question, besides the fact I believe the education system needs a complete overhaul in general, I feel like that a lot of times we panic for right now situations without understanding that things are not always going to be exactly how they are right now.
Right.
For some reason, we've gotten so stuck in routine and shit that we're not prepared for change. This shit could change next year, next week. And now we back to doing what we're doing, but now we also back to doing dumb shit again too.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think that I'm not going to let a year fuck me up or fuck anybody else up. I think you just got to play it safe and keep moving. But as opposed to 40 years from now, I don't know if I'm being nostalgic for any damn thing, but I sure as shit hope this shit look more like the Jetsons. I really kind of wanted the future to look a little bit better than this shit. I was waiting for flying cars and fucking Rosie, the damn maid and shit. Like,
well, I mean, we almost there. I mean, they got the little vacuum to go around your house and clean it up for you and shit.
No, I was ready for like the real future, like year 2000, where you hit the button and the shit come flying in the room.
But you know what? I'm gonna say something. Now that I think about it, motherfuckers can't drive on a regular street.
You
I don't want them in the air around.
No, but hopefully, if you remember George's car drove itself, he hit the button.
Yeah, that's true. It did. You're right.
I was hoping, because I would hate to be walking down the street and a motherfucking hovercraft fall on me. Out of the blue. I'm minding my own business, and the wing knocked the fuck out of me.
No.
I'm not.
And look, and he crashed, and he talking about, well, you saw me coming. No, hell no.
I mean, we've made a lot of progress in 40 years, but if you really think about it, 40 years ago from here, from this moment right now, what was that, 1980? Like, with the exception,
let me see.
75.
No, it was like 70.
Is 40 years.
It was like 70.
75.
79 or some shit like that.
75.
Wouldn't 1980 have been 40 years ago? It's like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1980.
I thought you said 40 years ago.
Yeah, it 40
is 40
years ago.
If you was born in 1980, you turning 40 this year.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm 42.
Yeah.
That's why I kept saying 75.
But
okay.
And that would be 45 years ago.
Yes, you're right. I've been drinking.
Okay.
Watermelon.
I've been drinking, goddamn it.
It's nice, yeah. But I will say,
I mean, I was just saying, like, how different are we? We still kind of doing the same shit we was doing 40 years ago. Just
no.
We just have a different means to accomplish the same end.
I mean, we still using gas to fill up our cars. We still using the same fucking systems to fuel everything. I mean, but same education system, same everything's still the same. I want to see some real some shit happen.
I want mutants,
but not like some bad shit. I don't want like the mad.
I don't know if I want mutants. Well, I don't know. If I'm a mutant, maybe depending on what the mutant
my ass
is.
I'd end up being
beast. Like X-Men mutants.
That shit.
You talking about X-Men mutants, or you talking about third-eyed, extra mouth mutants?
You gonna be third titty total recall mutant?
Oh no, we ain't talking about them type of mutants. I don't want to have to look at that shit.
Mr. Cable, your thoughts?
That's the shit I don't want to deal with.
40 years from now, your thoughts. What would you be nostalgic for?
Mine would be anything dealing like artsy, like anything dealing with the arts, like music, fashion, paintings, drawing, anything like that. That's what I would be nostalgic for.
In 40 years, whatever you like in fashion will be in vogue. Okay. Because I'm so serious because bell bottoms are back.
Well, bell bottoms were never out as far as I was concerned.
No, but I'm talking about as far as being sold in stores, bell bottoms are back.
Yeah. But
I can't wait to see y'all in gauchos.
Bell bottoms was back when we was in high school.
I want some gauchos too.
Those are back as well.
Yeah, I like the fashion of the 70s. I think
me too. That's like my favorite era.
I like it on skinny people.
I'm
niggas can't wear shit in the 70s. I appreciate the time I'm in. I said fat niggas can't wear shit in the 70s. I appreciate the time I'm in.
You could do
all these clothes, guys.
You could do a dashiki.
Hell yeah.
That's it, though. I'd be in a dashiki or a blanket. I ain't got time for that shit.
No, not a blanket.
Not a blanket.
Running around. You see
that
shit Barry White used to wear?
Got a poncho.
In a poncho.
No. Poncho and shit.
And ponchos make you look like 4 times bigger than you are. I ain't got time.
No, because then they wear blazers and shit. Like the blazers and jeans and
in the 70s?
Look, I appreciate my fat ancestors.
I don't remember seeing nobody fat in the 70s.
Came along. It's a whole lot of them.
That's the point he's making.
He said they hit him.
They hit him. We were undesirables then.
He said they hit them.
Look at Raj. Look at Raj on what's
in the 70s.
Look at Raj on what's happening.
No, I'm gonna tell you,
look
what?
at
I'm gonna tell you what you
Rerun.
could wear in the 70s.
Look at Rerun on what's happening.
But no, Rerun was on some other shit. But in the 70s, what you could wear is some bell-bottom jeans, a white t-shirt, and a motherfucking bucket hat.
And the way I'm shaped, I'd have looked like Thelma from Good Times. I ain't got time for that.
No, you wouldn't have. You got to coordinate. You got to.
They'd have been sitting like, damn, man.
You can't have that shit hugging and shit with your navel. First of all, if your shirt tight enough to see your navel dent,
in the 70s it would have been.
You what?
In the 70s it would have been.
Yeah, but see, you that's why you wear your shit bigger. You can't be wearing your slim and shit.
They didn't have bigger.
They didn't have big.
Tight.
Oh well, shit. That's why you had to get your shit custom made. You was like a pimp. Shit, you busting that shit. My shit is custom made.
My poor ass, I'd have looked like I was out of a hobby shop. I look like a Woolworth.
No.
So this leads to the next question.
See a sucker suit.
This is a good segue. I love it. So now that we talked about what we would be nostalgic for. Let's talk about what would be played out. What is something that is really popular now, but in 5 years it's going to be played out?
Stupidity. Stupidity.
Trap music.
I agree about the trap music.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely trap music.
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with it sometimes. That shit be
fuck with it, but I don't think it's gonna make it.
Ain't gonna last.
I don't think it's the only music.
Like mumble rap.
I think that it should be a mix.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a big fan of the Baby, and I don't know if that's considered trap music or.
Fuck if I know. I got the
I don't know because I
listen to him faithfully. Man, I'm not one of them ones that can tell you all these new rappers and everything.
I don't know nobody's name.
I don't know nobody.
I like
Boosie with the hood.
Who's this?
I might have heard the Baby song and didn't know that's who was singing it because I don't even try to keep up with it.
Nobody.
Money Bag.
I like him.
I like his name.
I like him.
What's the dude that be like, I slapped the shit out of bitch? I can't. He said, I can't remember.
That Lex and Market.
It's one of his songs. That's the only part I remember the song. It was just like I'm like, I don't know who's singing.
What would be played out in 5 years? We said trap music. What else, Cable? What would be played out?
Fans only.
I hope them big, long, dumbass eyelashes is worn out and out of style by then. The snuffleupagus lashes. I hope them bitches burn. You hear me? I hope they don't ever bring that snuffleupagus bullshit back ever again in life.
Snuffleupagus lashes, Jesus.
I don't understand that shit. Like you sitting up in that bitch looking like you got 2 fucking baseball caps on your goddamn eyes because your fucking lashes sticking out from your fucking head. Like I hope that shit is null and void by the next
Oh well, I have an answer then. I hope it happened before 5 years, but racism, I need that to be gone.
Oh yeah, that would be
I
great.
need that. That's just what I want to be gone. I want that to be gone.
Well, what does that look like?
Beautiful, because I want that.
So do you think it'll be? I mean, I don't know if it'll be played out.
I don't think I don't want it to be as big as it is. I want us to have equality. I don't give a fuck about the ones roaming around the earth. It's still gonna be there, but I want us to all be equal. I don't want to be worried about cops chasing me, looking at me in my car. I want to feel like I'm okay when the cops behind me. I want to be able to walk in the store without a bitch looking at me, trying to see if I'm going to steal. That's all that I just want to be treated equally, just like everyone else. I don't give a fuck about the rest of these races that's roaming. Let them roam, but let them also know that we are privileged just like you and white ass.
Amen to that.
I think a lot of it has to do with. I think a lot of it also has to do with how much energy you put into it. You know, I think a lot of it has to. I know that there is things that are external that are outside of your control, but there are things that you can control. And the way that you perceive yourself in the world, the way that you navigate the world, is dependent upon how you see yourself. What is your truth? You know what I mean? Like, I don't respond to nigga. I don't have to, because that word doesn't have power over me. Whereas though I recognize that for those individuals that died as a result, that fought so that they couldn't be called that word doesn't guide me. That doesn't move me. What moves me is when you prevent me from being the best me that I can be. You calling me a nigga doesn't stop me from being the best me. That doesn't stop me from doing that. What stops me from doing that is when I decide that word has enough power to oppress me to the point where I'm unwilling to reach myself, my highest self. So I think that for Black people, if I had this thing, I would want Black people to take ownership of themselves a lot more, to not feed into the hype that they are this less. Question to individuals is, who told you that? Why did you believe it? Like, why do you believe that you are less than? Why do you up with? I had to. Did I freeze?
Yes, you did. Hardcore.
You was over that bitch like. Mid-word in that mother.
So that's what I feel.
I think man wigs and beard weaves will be played out in 5 years.
Who?
Man wigs and beard weaves.
Oh, please, God.
Man, first of all, man.
That is the
But
worst.
you know what? I mean, listen, you can't blame them though. You can't blame them though.
The gays always want to take something from the straights, baby. Listen, I don't want to be humping some guy from the back and pulling their hair and it comes out. I'm friends with a man.
But now you see what now some guys don't want to have to deal with that with women, with the weaves and whatnot.
But that's a known straight thing. You don't hear that from a guy grabbed another guy and his hair came out. No, you don't hear that shit unless they get up and drag and trannies. That's a whole different subject. But no, I don't want to be a fucking old real nigga and then I grab their head and then their hair come out.
Their whole face jump off.
But shit, I mean, maybe that's something else y'all can strive towards, is sweating the motherfuckers weave out. You can use it as motivation, darling. Motivation.
That's a Decepticon.
I sweat that nigga weave out.
Decepticon.
Had his damn lace front peeling back.
I'm not interested.
Oh, at all, right?
I pass.
First of all, you got that gummy, when that shit start looking like chewing gum around your edges, because that shit that's stretched out smooth and got all the white
mustaches.
Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong now. Some people it look good on. Like, I'm not knocking it. It look good on some fellas.
It looks good as long as I don't find out that's what it is.
Yeah, but it look good. I would never get it. Not for me, but I'm not knocking it, but I wouldn't mind it being gone in 5 years.
Yeah.
Do I see it being gone? No.
No. This shit, look, they done started some new shit. It's gonna get more and more advanced.
Okay,
You
bitch gonna
think
be
so?
looking like Marge Simpson.
Right.
What's up?
They're gonna have an organic a hair seed that you can put on there and then heat that shit up and it grow out your head. Like the fuck. It looks like real hair follicles. Chia. Fucking hell no.
What else will be played out? Oh, we lost them.
Who's gone?
Cable. Cable was almost gone. We lost him.
Oh, he is so
Oh.
tickled. He is so tickled.
He said that your head looked like a chia.
Chia. It grows from the heat from your scalp. It looks like real hair.
I cannot.
Motherfucker on that bitch. And then when they show the before picture, that's the shit that make me laugh like a motherfucker. You be like, damn, that shit was ate up like a motherfucker, but that shit chia. Cable gone. Where the fuck happened to Cable?
He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone.
She is a
Oh, Mr. Gilmore.
Man down.
Mr. Gilmore. You didn't be.
He over that bitch like Kermit the Frog. He
Oh.
like, I'm just gonna sip on this here tea. He ain't said shit.
What's up, yo?
Well, that don't look like tea. That look like some good old fashioned
Oh,
brandy.
that's definitely, yeah. That might be
or
that
whiskey.
yak. Some of that
Not
yak.
yet.
Yeah, that's the yak over
That's
there.
the Carlo Rossi.
Sir,
Yeah.
are you there?
Oh
Yep.
no, that's brown liquor.
Green tea, baby.
Yeah, that's that.
Mm-mm.
So,
Brown liquor.
before we leave, I have one more question, and
Go.
then we're going to call it an evening. And this is
Oh.
our third and final question. If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first?
I don't fucking know. I think I'll be trying to fly or some shit. I don't know.
If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body,
I think
what
I'll be
would your
trying to get on a roller
5-year-old self
coaster.
do first?
I be trying to get on a roller coaster because
okay.
I always want to get on a roller coaster, but I was
I
too
would
short
stand
to
in
get
the
on
mirror
it.
and stare at my body parts.
What'd you
Trying
say?
to definitely
Stand
play
in the
with my
mirror
dick.
and stare
Yeah,
at my body
yeah,
parts.
definitely, yeah.
What you say,
Yeah, I
Jonathan?
did want some titties. I did want titties.
What John?
I said play with my dick.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Mine's was
5 years old, then you jump in a whole grown man's body. That's like
first of all, I think you would probably be grossed out for a minute because there's hair in places that you didn't have hair before. So I think the shock of that would I mean, I think you probably spend damn near half the day trying to figure out how you get hair on there. And then who you gonna go to try to confirm this shit? Like, what the fuck is happening to you?
I was
You're
standing.
5 years old.
I was really just standing, staring in the mirror.
I will be in the mirror too.
Yeah.
Just looking at body parts. Like, oh, I got titties.
I would probably do adult shit like.
will all the stores be open that was open when I was 5?
Right. Do we got money? Because if we got
No,
money,
no,
Do you know how to count money at 5?
But
do we have
the
money?
thing about the question is,
You had Tyrone as your father. You know how to count money at 5.
I know
the
that's
thing
right.
about that question is, you're gonna have a 5-year-old's mentality in your age body, and I think I would run
That's
to the
not good.
mirror, scared as shit, probably piss my drawers, run and try to figure out what is going on, tripping all over the place. Because I'm a 5-year-old mentality, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'll be scared of shit.
You running out in traffic and shit. They like, get your dumb ass out the street. You're a grown ass goddamn man. You don't know how to cross the street. I didn't know how to cross the street. My mommy told me not to leave the yard. No.
I don't know. I feel like
No, that's
5-year-olds
not
are a
gonna
lot
look
more
good.
advanced than that.
You will end up in a psych hospital if you go out that bitch 5 years old in a grown person's body.
It is shit.
Mm-mm.
I'd be scared.
As a mother.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mr. Gilmore?
I said, I don't know. I said, one of the things that's always annoyed me when you watch movies and shit, they make 5-year-olds and kids in general just seem stupid. Like, I know 5-year-olds that I swear their ass is already 35 years old.
Yeah, they have some old souls. They have some real old souls.
If you grew up in the city,
1982,
if you grew up in the city, you know how to cross the street. You know how to go to the store.
Yeah,
you know how to do all that shit.
You do. That's true.
I was a 5-year-old in 1982, so that was a whole nother time and space.
Oh, what year was it when I was 5? God damn. Oh, 89.
Oh well, we're gonna go. And if we're gonna go, which I like, if we're gonna go on Jonathan's outlook on it, which I like, is then my 5-year-old self will probably run to the radio, try to figure out what's on as far as music, because I love music.
Now that I know I would do, because when I was 5, I stayed on V103.
Oh,
yeah.
V103 was man. Look, you get your little tape cassette and try to record that shit off the radio. Hell yeah.
I stayed on V103.
Yeah.
Especially they used to do a little quiet storm at night and whatnot. They played all the R&B and whatnot. Yeah. They played the best songs.
They hit that Nancy Wilson, quiet is so quiet.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It just won't set you free.
I mean, really think about yourself at 5. Like,
girl, you just took me back.
Hell yeah.
I probably trying to make friends.
I forgot all about that. That's crazy.
Kittens far and wide, kittens and caboodles. I have to let you know that we have come to the end of another cocktail social. And as always, I look forward to seeing your faces, having these interesting conversations. I like the fact that they evolve and they just go. They go where the energy takes them. And so this conversation has been interesting, has been, as always, funny. I've had my fill of red wine. And so my Friday has started off wonderfully.
Yes, honey.
As with always, every Friday starts with a good cocktail social.
Yes, honey.
And for the individuals that are following, join us next week at 7 p.m. here at Be Exposed Radio. My name is Blue Waters. These are my socialites. You will see us here every Friday unless something happens and I say otherwise for the Cocktail Social. Love and light and all those wonderful things. And we're out until next week.
And I love you, bitch. See you later.
Bye. Oh, wait, it's going on. Go ahead, Kate.
Ow, roll it. Yeah.
This thing, roll